Alright, so it's time to have another sketchbook tour because I finished up another sketchbook. This is sketchbook number 5. If you want to see any of the other sketchbooks that I've completed, I have like a playlist in my YouTube channel somewhere that you could find. For this one I did it from October 2018 to June 2019. I know I take a long time, but I don't draw my sketchbooks every day. So, as you've noticed, I did not draw a front cover for this, and that's because I didn't want to ruin my friend Drawkill's illustration. This is her drawings, and I liked it, and it has like this neat fake leather feeling, and so I just didn't want to destroy it. And it also has this elastic strap that goes on it too, but I never used it the entire time drawing in here, so anyway, as you can see, it's kind of poofy halfway through, and that's because I decided to use watercolors, so it's not supposed to be as poofy as that. Anyway, if you're interested in this sketchbook, I'll be sure to have a link in the description box below to my friend Drawkill's store if you want to purchase this for yourself. Alright, let's start this. Okay, for the inside cover, I usually put stickers because I don't know what to do with stickers, so I put them in here for memory's sake. I got this from Drawkill as well. I don't know if she still has it in her store because I haven't looked in her store in a while, so, but if she, it's from her, so. Anyway, I got a Polaroid camera, and this came with the camera, a sticker, so I put it in there as well. Anyway, I start off this sketchbook with the Inktober challenge, and so very first page I usually always draw a self-portrait. This isn't quite accurate to me because I drew my body kind of on the thin side and it's longer, but it's good enough for self-portraits. Inktober 2 and 3 I drew Bowsette because one of my DeviantArt watchers asked me to draw her and I was having fun, so I drew her twice. Inktober 4 I drew a baby goat from the Overlord comic anime, and it's not quite accurate because it's supposed to be a lot larger than that. The people are supposed to be about, or even smaller than their hoof, so oops. Inktober 5th, I drew my kitty Navi, all super fat. I exaggerated her fatness, and I drew some pumpkins nom-nomming on her because it was her birthday and I wanted to draw her. Every month I do sketch requests for my Patreon supporters, and this is for Boombastico. This is for Chris. This is for Ayan. This is for Chirutai. Got her full body in here. This is for Sky. I was actually supposed to mail off her sketch because some of my Patreon supporters get their sketch requests in the mail, and I forgot when I started drawing this, and they didn't remind me, and I was like, no. So I had to draw it a second time, but that's okay. Anyway, this is for Sky. This is for Rising Phoenix. This is for Zach. Inktober 6th, I drew a creepy Pikachu saying Peekaboo, ripping off its face. I don't know why. Inktober 7th, I drew an angel. Inktober 8th, I tried drawing Philia and Samson, though I think I want to have another whack at her because I'm not the 100% happy with how this turned out. Anyway, Inktober 9th, I drew a werewolf and a big cheesy looking moon. Inktober 10th, I drew a scenery of more pumpkins and bats carrying them. They're kind of glowing. That was fun. Inktober 11th, I drew some goats because every Halloween I'm tempted to just go out and put these white sheets on my goats and let them run around as goats. But then I changed my mind because every time we have a rainy season and the goats get super wet, I try drying them off with a towel and they run away from me, so I think if I brought out a white sheet then they'd probably run away from that too, and I just don't want to scare them if I can help it. So instead I drew what I've imagined. I drew some goats. Inktober 12th, I drew a random flower skull pot with baby legs, and it has a crack in it, and that's a band-aid on it, but my mom thought it looked like something else. Shame on you, Mom. Anyway, this is supposed to be actually for Inktober 14th, but my friend's birthday was on that day, so I put an angel on this day. Friend's birthday on Inktober 14th, so I drew her character. This is for Fear Crows. Inktober 15th, I drew a woolly bug, and it's from the Ancient Magnus Bride cartoon comic. They're so cute, so I had to draw it. And then I drew a little fan art of Harley Quinn in a Halloween-themed kind of suit. And then I drew Beetlejuice from the old Beetlejuice cartoons on 17th and 18th. I drew a scary-looking monster holding and loving some white kitties with really big bows, because I thought the idea was cute. And then on 19th, I drew a scary-looking hand, because I didn't know what to draw. I was thinking of Addams Family, was it Thing? The hand that crawls around? Anyway, I gave it a creepier kind of look. And then 20th, I drew some jellyfish bunny things. They're supposed to be really, really small, but I drew them big here. Inktober 21st, I drew a harvest angel, but looks more on the creepy side, so maybe it's not an angel. Looks like it's getting dirty, but can't be helped, I guess. Let's see. For the 22nd and 23rd, the 22nd, my friend Mitchie got married to her husband Cody, so I wanted to draw them something, a little tribute piece, and so this is what I did, and I think it turned out really cute. Up here is my kitty Grim, and I was thinking of, I had an idea for a plushie, but I don't think I'm gonna make it, because after I draw it out, I lose inspiration, and then I just kind of carry on with my life. The 24th, I drew my friend Anna's Marbella character. She's her mascot. And the 25th, I drew a random horse with a tentacle-looking head, and I called it a unicorn, because, yeah. 26th, I drew a conjoined twin, because I mostly had the thought of wanting to draw two different sources of hair into one braid, and yeah, conjoined twin is what happened. And then for the next day, I decided to draw the continuation from this previous scene, and it looks like more like an X-ray, and there's like children, skeleton children underneath her skirt. I don't know. Coming up with ideas every day is hard. Alright, this is another angel. It has one head and three faces. You can't see the third face because of the angle, but I think it turned out pretty good. 29th, I drew a Halloween spider. 30th, I drew Trump because, like I said, it's hard to come up with ideas, and I was using so much orange, and at the time I was doing this, orange man bad and stuff, and so I was like, I'll draw Trump. And the way I drew his face, I imagined him chewing, so chewing sounds. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty cute, actually. Last day, I didn't know what to draw again, and so I just started out with the face, and it just kind of happened. Yep, Inktober is now over. Alright, another Sunday, I drew an angel. I actually dreamt this angel. I probably should have drawn it smaller so you could see the whole body, but then you'd miss the details, so oh well. It was a weird looking angel. Another sketch requests month. This is for Boombastico from the first Doom game. This is for Ion of his character. I should have drawn her ears a bit more pointed up, but I messed up, and I corrected it later in a future sketch. This is Chris's character. This is a sketch request for Chirutai. I like how the angle turned out, the perspective. This is a request for Rising Phoenix of Faith from Mirror's Edge. Another Sunday, I drew a windy angel, because, yeah, I think it was windy that Sunday. I drew another angel. Meh. This is okay looking, but I was like, I draw it as I go, and it just comes to be. Another angel. Another angel. I kind of like how this one turned out, because I just like the idea of the face being an eyeball, sort of. And, yeah. Another angel. I called it the Angel of Time because it's holding an hourglass. I'm so creative. Gardening angels. I think I must have been inspired by Ghibli or something. Let's see. I drew Mizzy with a giant spike monster because I commissioned Emperor Pep a while back to draw my character Mizzy, and I colored it, and he drew her sitting on top of a big spiky thing, and you couldn't see what it was because it was only the top part. And so I wanted to draw the bottom half to just because I wanted to see what it was, and I imagined. So it happened. Anyway, another sketch request month. This is for December, so this is my friend Chris's character Corn in a Santa suit. This is for Ion of his Tamara character. This is for Chirutai. She works in the morgue, and I guess she couldn't go home, so she's upset. That was the theme I was given to draw. Let's see, this is for Rising Phoenix of Aloy. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name, but she's from Zero Dawn. I like drawing her hair. This is Crocodilus for Zach. It's his mascot character thingy, and I've seen this character drawn in many poses, but no one has drawn him in this pose, so I thought I'd be smart and draw him in this weird pose, and it turned out for the most part. I like it. Let's see, another Sunday, another angel. This looks like a shower curtain, but whatever. It's supposed to be 3 praying hands behind it. Really weird idea, I know. Another angel, his head is actually upside down and the jaw is the halo. It was an interesting idea, so kind of creepy, but interesting. My 2 dogs passed away this month because they were really old, and so I drew a tribute to them. These are actually my dad's dogs. I didn't live with them for too long. I moved in with my brother, so I only lived with them for a few years, but I drew a tribute for them anyway, because I saw them often. Okay. I actually drew this for my sister because a while back I gave my sister a present of a Sailor Moon charm. It's like Sailor Saturn or something. And I sent it to her in the mail, and her husband saw it, and he didn't like it because the character showed off too much skin. And so he was upset that I gave it to her, and I was like, I didn't know what to say because I thought the whole idea was stupid. So I retaliated, and I drew a Sailor Scout in a burqa outfit. And then I enlarged it onto a shrinky-dink paper, and I colored it up, and I shrunk it down, and it became a charm, and then I sent that off to my sister. For humor's sake, she did not show it to her husband because he doesn't have a sense of humor, so... But, yeah, I did that because I thought it was stupid. Anyway, I started being silly, and I did angel puns. This is a cherubim. Cherubim. It's a chair. Angel chair. The next Sunday, I drew another stupid pun angel. This is a seraphim. Stairs. Instead of seraphim. Anyway, I think it turned out pretty good. Another sketch request month. This is Tia for Chirutai. This is Kratos for Phoenix. He was really hard. It's lots of detail. But I think he turned out. This is a God mode sketch request of my friend Zach's character. I should have drawn him smaller, because whenever I think of God mode, I want to draw him really big and full of details, and so I should have drawn him smaller, and then you could have seen more of his stuff, but oh well. This is Ion's character. And this is IKEA. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name. IKEA. I say it correctly in my mind. But this is Anna's character, and it was a sketch request from her husband, Chris. And I think she turned out pretty cute. Another Sunday, another angel. I wanted to draw Emperor Pep's 2 Pillow Girl characters off of memory, so that's what I did. And then to fill up the rest of the space down here, I drew my character Mizzy holding a fluffy monster thing. Another pun drawing. Alright, so this is supposed to be Jesus. It's his face on a rose. I've never seen what he looks like, okay, so, but I've seen a photo of him that looks like this, and I tried to copy it. It's from some girl who said that she had a vision of what Jesus actually looks like, so I tried drawing it again, but I turned it into a pun drawing. Tried to make it look good. I hope this is not blasphemous, but this is supposed to be Jesus, and his face is on a rose because, like I was doing earlier, it's the pun thing, and it was just a dumb idea. And he arose. It's bad English. He arose. Get it? Anyway, another Sunday, I drew another angel. And I like how this one turned out because I just like how the wings looked and the tail, and I like it. So I drew a little fan art of Rimuru, even though it's not that great. I should draw him again maybe sometime, but I was using up crappy materials on this, and I was like, meh. So it's from the anime, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's really weird anime. And so I drew fan art. Another sketch request month for Chris of his character Corn, but as a kitty dude. Sketch request for my friend Mitchie of her character Samantha. She wanted me to draw her with chicken, so I had fun. Character request of Miles Morales for Rising Phoenix. I always see Spider-Man drawn in these very dynamic poses, so I drew him all weird, and then city buildings, because it helps with the dynamic pose. Yeah. Helps aid it. Let's see. This is another Sunday. I drew another angel, but this time I forgot to bring my sketchbook, so I drew it on another paper, and as you can see, I taped it on here. I like how this one turned out, too. It's weird looking, but I like it. I'm losing my voice. Another sketch request for Ion, of his character Ion. I drew her ears more accurate in this sketch request, so I'm happy about that. Bowser for Zach. This is supposed to be of Mario, from the game Mario Strikers Charged, and Bowser's a goalie. I haven't played the game, but he looks awesome. Sketch request for Chirutai of his character Maple in some sort of dapper attire. Another Sunday, another angel. I think it was cold out, so I was trying to do a kind of cold-themed angel, and it turned out really weird. But yeah. Another Sunday, another angel. I wanted to try drawing this guy with looking like he has a hollow body, so you'd only see the material around him, but it just looks like he's wearing a black shirt. But he's not supposed to have a body underneath his outfit. I was just trying to make it look like it was open. It was an interesting idea. I don't think I pulled it off, but yeah, you wouldn't know unless I told you, but he's supposed to have a hollow body. This is an angel that I was like, meh, I don't really care for it, but it started out with a singing, floating crown, and I was like, but yeah. I was getting inspired by a bunch of clay YouTube videos I was looking at, and I was like, I want to make something out of clay too, but I want to make it have dangly body joints and stuff, and then I drew out designs and stuff, and then I never did it because I drew it out. And once I draw it out, it's like, okay, I'm not inspired to do it anymore. Moving on. Another angel, another Sunday. Another angel, another Sunday. More beast-like, but yeah. Another sketch request month. This is Uncle Iroh from Avatar Last Airbender. I drew him eating apples because I didn't know what else to have him doing. It's good to have a prop. Sketch request for Chris for his friend. Sketch request for Ion. Sketch request for Michi. I like how this one turned out. I think it's cute. Sketch request for Chirute. She's supposed to be a mechanic, I guess. Around this time, I watched the Battle Angel Alita movie, and I wanted to draw a little thingy for that. So I drew Alita. For this one, I felt like drawing a hand, but I was like, I think I need to draw houses, and so I kind of combined the two, and I drew a hand house. It's really weird. Another Sunday, another angel. I felt like drawing eyes, and I needed to use up a marker, so that's why it's brown. Excuse me. Anyway, I didn't feel like continuing the rest of this angel's head, so it disappeared. Let's see. Another sketch request for Michi. Sketch request for Chris. Sketch request for Chirutai. Sketch request for Ion in a bunny suit because I think this was Easter. Yeah, and he wanted me to draw his character in a bunny suit, so I did. I was watching The Rising of the Shield Hero with my brother, and I drew a little fan art. I colored it up on the computer, and I shared it with my Patreon people. But here's the line art. From here on, I decided to start experimenting with different various mediums that I have at the house because I've never touched them. Some of these mediums I have them for years and I've never touched them, so I was like, I'm gonna start playing with them in the sketchbook. And these markers are actually watercolor markers. I got them at Christmas and I never touched them until just now, and I love how they look on paper, but they do not blend well on thin paper. So the moment I put it on the sketch, it dried and I couldn't spread it around with my watercolor brush. So that kind of sucked, but it still looks nice and vibrant, so live and learn. I'll have to try these again on watercolor paper and see how it turns out, but on this thin paper, do not try it. Actually, I should have said that these are Arteza watercolors. Regular watercolors work much better on these papers because I have a palette. I blend it and stuff, and then I just have to spread it on here, and it works a lot better. It doesn't dry right away like markers do. Anyway, so that was my test for that. For my test for this, I used watercolor pencils, and I don't think I'm going to use it again on this type of paper because to make the watercolors blend, I mean the pencil colors to blend, you have to put a lot of pigment down, and it was just pretty hard on this paper. And then when I added watercolor to it, it just was starting to eat the paper, and yeah, I wouldn't do that again on this paper either. Okay, another sketch request month. This is a Jackalope character for Chris. This is a character for Ion. This is for Chirutai. This one, Zuko for Rising Phoenix. From the last Airbender again, since I drew Uncle Iroh from the last time. And I drew him in a weird perspective. I couldn't help it. Sketch request for Zach of his character. Let's see, this test. I was testing watercolors as the base, and then I used Prismacolor markers as the shades on top of it, and I think it looks really cool. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm going to have to try it again sometime because I like the look. Sunday, got an angel. I think I dreamt this angel, actually, and this angel is actually supposed to be a lot bigger, but I didn't do it in proportion, so oops. Yeah, this angel's supposed to be a lot smaller, but you're kind of limited when you have such a small canvas. Let's see, for this one I just used colored pencils, and I was going to test alcohol to blend the colored pencil into each other, because I think from one of my other sketchbook tours someone said alcohol could blend colored pencil, and I wanted to test that out, but I forgot that I had to not use alcohol with ballpoint pen because it will blur out your ink work. So it started happening right here on her collar, and I was like, oop, I better stop. So I don't know if it really blended it that well. So I went back to mineral spirits, because mineral spirits does not mess up the ballpoint pen. Alcohol does. So, yeah. See, for this test, I used Dick Blick markers as the basis of the picture, and then I used Prismacolors on top for shading and highlights. I've done this before in other pictures, but I just wanted to do it as another thing. For this one, I don't like how it turned out because it looks ugly, but it looks like nail polish, but this is, I got these pearl watercolors, and they're like shiny, and this is a test. I'm not going to do it again, but I used the pearl watercolors as the base, and then I used colored pencils as shadings. So yeah, I think the pearl watercolors might be best if I use just one color to like add some sort of shiny effect to something, but using shiny on the whole picture is like, ugh, distasteful. Alright, and then this is the very last page. I drew a little tribute to Drawkill, since this is her sketchbook. This is of her characters Tsuki and Wonder, from her comic Die Wonder, and maybe I'll link that in the description as well, so if you're interested in reading her comic, these characters are in it. And yeah, the end. Also, like halfway through, I didn't even know there's like a pocket in the sketchbook, but there's a pocket in the back and a bookmark, and I was like, what? I'm like so slow to notice things. But anyway, that's the end of the tour. I hope you guys liked it, and it's going to be a while to my next sketchbook. I got another one of her sketchbooks, and I'm going to draw on that one too, so that's going to be my next sketchbook tour. But anyway, hope you guys liked the tour. I'll see you guys in the next video.